So the news has come out that 4 in 100 women in the UK are hookers on OnlyFans, commodifying their whatever they have on offer. Satiating an army of thirsty simps, or whatever you want to call them. Desperate, Fuckers. I don't know what I can say on YouTube. So that means 1 in 25, and about 50% of women you see in the streets are ugly. So it's not 1 in 25. It's actually, out of the good-looking girls you see, it's 1 in 12. Out of every 12 girls you see in a city, like, let's be honest, probably city girls doing it. It's not village girls. If there are any village girls left, because they've all been sucked into the city in desperation for wealth and rich men. So it's 1 in 12 women now are prostitutes. How is it even illegal in the first place? But that's besides the point. Let's consider the knock-on effects. That means more and more men are going to become hermits and end up paying for just pictures of women online. And then women are going to become even more entitled than they already are by thinking that their existence and just a sight of their leg is worth money. Which in fact it is the way things are. So when's it going to be, and how long is it going to be until some girl in, let's say, a shop, let's say she's got her cleavage out, and you glance at her for 2 seconds, let's say by accident or whatever, and she turns around and sends you the bill, or hands you the bill for looking at her tits, because she's so entitled that she thinks that just looking at her now is a costly venture. You know, when's that going to come around? I predicted this 5 years ago, that soon women will be expected to be paid just for having, their bits in public. And if nothing's done about it, that's the way it's going to be. You're going to have incels on the one hand and prostitutes on the other. And then 60% of ugly women that no one wants, who will be jealous of them because they can't sell stuff online. I'm not even sure if that's an exaggeration. But why is there no regulation in this? Like, if you open a business, you can't open it up on the same street. You have to go and find a different street. Well, that's the way I've heard it is, anyway. And there's price regulations for labor, so you can't, underpay people. So there's societal demands forcing people to have some level of respect for their labor and for what they're selling. Like, it's socially unacceptable to undercut people so much. And there's some sort of regulation on monopolies as well, but it's always bypassed. There's always loopholes around it. However, the point is that social relations are regulated so that people don't get taken advantage of. Right? So why isn't it the same for, like, it has been forever, like traditionalism and marriage and stuff like that? Sexuality has always been regulated. Why isn't it still? Like, why it's still the same? Why is another simp, like an army of them, allowed to lower the interest or the value of men collectively, so that men are expected to be simps? And the same goes for women. Why are women lowering the value of women to that of a commodity, where their existence is just pure commodity? Why is that allowed to happen? Like, why aren't there any regulations? Let's be honest, they're criminals. Prostitution is criminality. And not only do we have images of who's doing it, with the full accountancy record of it as well. We can see who's paying for what, and we can see how much money they're making from it. So there's only one simple solution. Arrest them all and throw them in prison for a couple of months, and confiscate the money and use it to build houses. It's as simple as that. They're criminals. It should be outlawed. as fast as possible. And that's what should be done. The money should be taken off them. You have the full history of who's making the money. Take the money off them. It's that simple. Do it now.